Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Difference of Opinion show. It's your man Mike P is in the building, and welcome to 2023. Yes, Lord have mercy. That I don't know. I guess you know what I'm saying. I'm not producing the show today, but the producer this time, he just got the music just playing all over and just kept it going and whatnot. Instead of hitting the button, he thought it was like a slow outro or something. But apparently it's still going and everything like that. So the producer just sitting there. He would have messaged y'all a little bit. So yeah, slappy. But you know, I can't start the new year off on a happy note. I have to start the new year off on a sad note because it ended on a sad note for me personally. Y'all know how my beloved left last night. She left me. She left me. And I'm torn apart on the inside. So I have to wait until August before she come back. And yes, I am referring to the Michigan Wolverines football team. They lost. You know, I had so much high hopes for possibly seeing another national championship again, but apparently not. It wasn't in the cards this year, and it was fine. The Michigan Wolverines did a wonderful job this season. There was a second half team for real. They even in this game they showed up as a second half team. They was getting the brakes beat off them, but they came back and they fought viciously. And they had a chance. I'm not going to say that they got cheated, but it was one particular play where it was a possibility that we could have had another shot when the guy speared my man in the spine. And they said that wasn't spearing, but I'm not going to touch it. It's over and done with. It's over and done with. I'm just going to have to, I'm not going to dwell on it. I won't have to suck that one up and say, okay. But Coach Harbaugh, you did a phenomenal job this year. I did talk a lot of smack before the season started. I said it was either you're going to do it or you're not. And you proved me wrong, and I'll eat a shoe for that one. You did a phenomenal job this year. You put the right people in position. You know, it was a little thing going on with the quarterbacks, and, you know, I can't say the better quarterback won out because the other guy got injured. Hey, as a whole, and he chose not to stay with the team. He's going to the transfer portal, so he will no longer be here with us next year and moving forward. With that being said, best luck to him, and best luck to our team for the upcoming year. We're gonna get our running back from his torn. I'm not positive, but I think it was a torn ACL. So he was sitting on the sideline. Welcome back, comeback number 2. Stay strong, stay positive. We're gonna do it for the new year. In 23, TCU, congratulations to you all because the better team won on Saturday, New Year's Eve. Whew, yeah, that was tough to say. Even in the Georgia game, the better team won. That put a smile to my face. No longer Ohio State is not in the national championships. It is beautiful. And I'm glad Coach Day decided to not go after our quarterback when Urban Meyer left, and that was perfectly fine. Come on up to the U of M, Michigan, and we're going to keep winning. We're going to keep doing our thing. So I'm glad, so glad. You have no idea how glad I am that we got this young man playing quarterback for our Michigan Wolverines. 18-17. That is a very important number to the people in Michigan because that was the first year that our school was established. Our school was established, and we did what we did, and we will continue to keep moving forward. This is the Difference of Opinion show, and I just want to give a shout out to the Michigan Wolverines. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did your thing. Welcome to 2023. And Brother Face, I don't know if he's gonna join the show because he is kind of in the background producing. He's walking around Savannah. He's like an eagle above the clouds right now, scoping down. So I wanted to talk about how certain things that goes on around my state, because that's where I'm at 90% of the time. I ain't even going to say 99% of the time. I'm in Michigan 90% of the time. And the governor was they tried to kidnap the governor, and it didn't work because I don't know what happened. They came up with something, some kind of way their plan got foiled. But the thing about it is that I can say a lot. I'm working. Excuse me. I say a lot because I'm pausing trying to get my thoughts together. I'm working on that. Please forgive me. I'm a work in progress. But they gave the leader of this kidnapping plan crew 16 years. That's it. 16 years. That they want to murder, kidnap because she make policies. That you want to kidnap somebody for 16 years. No, you want to murder and kidnap somebody because they make policies that you don't agree with. That makes no sense to me. It's just dawned on me like, and they only get sentenced to 16 years. But people that does less than that, victimless crime, you looking at 20, 30. Ask Mayor Kwame. He did a victimless crime. Yeah, he took money. I ain't gonna say he didn't because bruh man did take money. Everybody know he took money. But he was technically a victimless crime. And they gave that man 28. They gave him a solid 28 years. And it's unbelievable how certain people can get away with certain things. And I'm not on the end of tiki torch burning support, anything of that nature. I'm not. It's not even about the left or the right. It's just about what's right and wrong. When it comes down to doing certain things right, that's fine. When it comes down to doing certain things wrong, you're wrong. Like brother R. Kelly. He was absolutely wrong for peeing on the young lady, even though she welcomed it. She was okay with the situation in hand, but you're nasty. For one, it's to each his own. But it just comes down to certain things that, then he got caught. They hit him with. I think they hit him with the RICO because he got hit with charges of racketeering and everything. So basically, they saying the man out of Chicago was like a mob boss. And wow, I didn't ever think the Pied Piper of R&B could be a mob boss type deal going on here. And some stuff just truly amazes me on how people do, and it just wow, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It just people, I say, is truly unbelievable on how boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. I'm just truly at a loss for words. I just don't know what to say about a lot of the things like that. Even though our governor just got sworn in for her second term in office, and she's calling for gun reforms and everything like that. I'm a gun owner. I'm pro-gun, but it do need to be reformed in that. A lot of people may not believe it or agree with that, but it's a lot of ignorant people out here, especially when people out here is getting all these guns for kids and they shooting up schools and things like that. I have a true issue with that. Even though on the other show, the off script show that I do with my co-host Face, we say a lot of ignorant stuff and mostly immature about a lot of things. Mostly me. And that show was all fun and games. But when it comes down to certain issues and everything like that, that's when the jokes stop. And it becomes a little more serious than necessary. No, it's not more serious than necessary. It's serious because it is serious. When people's lives is in risk, So okay, I'm gonna give you a gun. I'm gonna teach you how to shoot a gun. But if you're not emotionally prepared to handle a firearm, you should not handle one. no matter what age you are from 12 to 100, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're not mentally there, you shouldn't have one, period. So if gun reform is part of that, then so be it. If I need to register or take classes every year, so be it. Because I don't want to send my children off, my family off to take care of whatever they need to take care of throughout the day, and they don't come home because some nut job got a gun because they got a license, 20 years ago? I have an issue with that. And I guess Brother Face decided to come down from the eagle perch up there, acting like
I decided to come to the show.
Yeah, he what's his name? Hawkeye, and he post up on his perch like Hawkeye in the first Thor movie. You know what I'm saying? So he decided to caress the microphone and brace us with his presence in the Difference of Opinion show today.
Yeah, welcome to the Difference of Opinion. Yeah, you know, I'm just listening to what you were saying, and you know, I really have to agree with you. I'm very pro-gun myself. I'm, it's a right in America to protect yourself, and it's right to arm yourself. But for some of these people out here, you know, there are people that do not need guns. Then people need to understand that there are people that do not need guns because there's way too much going on. Like, the last thing we need to be worrying about is somebody with a gun right now. This has been way too long. Since the 60s, this has been a fucking American fanatical thing. And it's like, come on. Like, at some point, somebody has to wake up. I don't know what it's going to take. And it seemed like, as you were saying, there's dumb people that have guns. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's dumb people are the ones that's trying not to see what else is going on with the guns. Like, there's so much going on with the guns, like, they don't want to hold that accountable. That's the part I can't understand.
Even like Brother Putin, you know what I'm saying? He getting mollywopped over in Ukraine. And he got more guns, he got more firepower. He even got the yellow cake over there. You know what I'm saying? The big boy nukes. At least he got enough restraint not to drop them. He may want to send excuse me, he may want to send threats and everything out there like that. But at least he know if he do that, it's a serious outcome that no one wants.
Right. Nobody in the world wants that.
Because if he dropped that on them people over there, it's not just because it's going to be a nuclear winter. It's going to be because, you know what I'm saying, somebody's going to retaliate. And the closest people that's going to retaliate, and they right at the border too, is the UN. You know what I'm saying? They going to be the first ones to say, okay, it's over with. And when that happens, China going to jump in. India is going to jump in. Saudi Arabia is going to jump in. Iran's going to jump in. The big United States is going to jump in. I don't know what place on this planet is going to be safe for people to actually come to.
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. It's really not no place really safe for, in the world as it is, to be honest with you.
You know what? It may be that one place that's somewhere on the map. I saw it the other day. It's a remote place where only place I know to deliver there is Amazon. It's a remote island with about like maybe 500 people. It takes them 3 months to get one package because they have to hop on a plane to get closest to Africa, I think, then hop on a boat and be on a boat for 3 months just to get close enough to it. I think that's probably going to be the only safest place around. And you know what I'm saying? It is so crazy that it's so crazy because, you know what I'm saying, these people, they just want to live their lives. You think you can just, like, that's like me coming. I ain't want to get into Putin, but you know what? Hey, might as well. It's a new year. It's a new year, new start. It's like this. Let me go on over to my neighbor's house and say, you know what? I want my house back. I sold my neighbor my house. And I go back to the house and I want my house back and I'm not paying you for it. I'm just going to take it. That's pretty much what's Putin doing.
Wow.
And that makes no sense to me. How you let them people go free? Now you want it back.
I haven't understood it myself. This has been an asinine type of war or whatever you want to call it, skirmish, whatever. It's actually a war. But
a military exercise.
Oh, yeah, military exercise. To where I'm like, I don't understand it. Like, I've started to understand, like you said, basic, that much of the base of it. He wants it back. And I'm like, what? Like,
because it's a they got seaports that Russia wants so they can transport the oil in and out in a safer manner. It blocks every I think I keep saying the UN, but I don't think it's the UN. Over there in Europe, when all the countries combine together,
The
United Nations.
yeah, the UN.
That's the UN. No, that's not it. That's not it.
You're speaking of the
European.
not the EU. I know what you're speaking of.
I can't think of it offhand. I apologize to anybody that know.
Right, we're Americans. We kind of ignorant about that.
No, I know. I just can't think of it offhand because I keep saying UN. I know that's not the UN. So you're gonna send an email over to the show and everything like that. That's fine. That's cool. But to tell me about it, because I'm drawing a true blank at this current moment. I don't have any show notes to do this. I'm throwing this from the hip and everything like that. So it's supposed to be they're using Ukraine as a blockade from them to invade the motherland of Russia, and I understand that because he got allies to the north.
Okay.
And it's a lake, it's a river, ocean, lake, ocean to the south.
All right.
And Ukraine is a straight path in.
Okay.
So it's a barrier there.
So why not just make some type of agreement with Ukraine instead of
Because they don't have pro-Russian values as the president that's in there. If he was pro-Russia like I think it's Poland or something.
Okay. Yeah, Poland.
That's pro-Russia.
Yeah.
Then
Poland.
everything would be fine. How they say a puppet government.
Right. Puppet. Yeah, definitely a puppet government. Right.
If it was a puppet government in here, everything would have been fine. It would have been the issue.
Okay, got you.
But since it's not, okay, we're gonna dominate you.
But here's my thing: doesn't Soviet Union Russia, don't they control most of the oil in the world outside of Saudi Arabia?
Pretty much.
So if they control it, then why not make an import-export through Ukraine that benefits everybody?
Because Ukraine was getting paid $3 billion a year, so they can transport the oil directly through Ukraine. Because that's a straight shot to get to to over there to Germany,
Right.
all them other places and everything like that. They don't want to run a pipeline in different ways to get there. Because that's the ones that's buying most of the oil from them.
Okay.
So once they start putting the restrictions up, when everything started going electric,
Okay.
it's starting to cut. It makes
It's cutting into the oil.
it makes the ruble drop because the value has been dropping.
Right.
But the thing about that is, you have a problem with these people over here, but low key, you got a problem with China because the eastern part of your country has now having China immigrants come in. And that eastern half of your country is starting to become China part 2. But because they pumping money into the country, you mad about it, but you welcome them dollars in.
Here's my thing. That's just here's what I'm not understanding about human beings. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, we have territories, we have countries, and so forth. But people are going to migrate all over this damn world. They're going to move. This is the nature of every animal, creature, person, people, and so forth. We migrate. We're going to move. Everybody's not going to so for example, when we speak of Egyptians, people speak of the Egyptians over there. They look more of Arabic descent than what the original Egyptians look like. So when we speak of Egyptians of the past, of the ancient Egyptians, then we speak of the Egyptians now. Those are two different Egyptians. We have so the same as the certain other America. Think about it. Not even 200 years ago, 300 years ago, all of America was occupied by different Europeans. And now here it is years later, they're Americans. So it's the same with everybody else in the world. It seems like, everybody's, America's not a pure American country. It's a mix of every race and every kind of culture here. And I'm figuring every culture is going to go everywhere in the world as long as we have transportation now. So it's like that's kind of the part I don't understand is purist attitude of certain elements.
Because people feel they're better than the next. That's all it comes down to. I'm better than you. My people are better than you. I get to look down at you.
But
That's ultimately what it comes down to.
And this is, and here's where I still don't kind of understand this. Where it sounds like it's a very odd question to ask, but where does that even come from? Like, where does?
It's a superiority complex.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So for example, let's say it this way. Okay. So I wonder, is there a country out there that don't have a superiority complex?
No, it don't.
Wow.
That's a simple answer. It's like this. All the root of everything where it comes down to is this. You got a brother, right?
Yeah.
I got a brother.
Yeah.
Okay. If your brother got treated slightly better than you,
Okay, I can relate.
do you feel that he's being treated better than you?
Yeah.
So you got an issue with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brother got treated better than me in certain situations, so I got an issue with that too.
Yeah, I've had an issue with that. Yeah.
So it's like this. Nah, because me and my brother look alike. I can't because you got treated better because we look alike. No. Nah. Me and a friend of mine that don't have the same pigment as me. Like, okay. Like my man Ron.
All right.
Me and Ron is close.
Uh-huh.
Ron don't have no melanin in his skin at all.
All right.
But when we walk down the street and the police pull us over,
Yeah.
I get more harassment than he do.
Yeah.
Why is that? So it's like this. You treating him better because of his less pigment than I got of mine. So I don't have a personal beef with him, but I have a grudge because I'm being treated differently. It's about classism at this moment.
Yeah. Which most of it is. This is all of it is when you boil it down.
So yeah, now I got an underlying issue with him, even though we've been cool this whole time. So I got an underlying issue, you know what I'm saying? You think you better because, you know what I'm saying? And where did that come from? Somebody else's judgment.
I guess it's weird. Just like we sometimes sit here and we say that things are weird about them. So I guess we don't understand. But I mean, it's just this war it makes no sense.
It don't make no sense, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like this. And I learned this from the Matrix. And I'm going to say it like this. They created a Matrix where everybody got along. Everything was peaceful. Everything was happy and joyful. It was plenty for everybody. Human nature did not accept that. It became part of our DNA that moment Cain bust Abel upside the head.
Okay.
So from that point forward, it created a division. When the first division started, it cracked the foundation. That's when the foundations splintered right there at that moment. If he would have never got jealous because of his lack of ability to do something and his ability to do something, you are both equal. You could have both did it. But he put more of an effort into doing something and you didn't. And you got jealous. So that's when the division started from the dawn of man. And I say that from a biblical standpoint because that's part of my DNA.
Yeah, I was sure just kind of, I was sort of like, huh? Oh, but I don't get me wrong, I'm well read in the Bible, but I just kind of, you kind of got me with that one.
I don't try to, you know what I'm saying? I prefer to just be the ignorant cracking jokes guy.
Yeah,
but
see.
You know what I'm saying? When I decided to open a book and pull back some pages, it's more to me than meets the eye. I'll say. So, I had to make a Transformers joke. I had to. The Transformers Beast movie coming out. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh, man. I knew he was going to get one in. Okay.
At least it was a clean joke.
Yeah. Glad it's this show.
Yeah.
Glad we didn't have to turn this show over to another one again.
Right. And did that before. But yeah, that's when the division started between man in general. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I guess if you're coming from a biblical point, yeah, I guess. But beyond that.
Even not coming from a biblical point, tell me, why would I be jealous of you?
See, just like you said that, those examples that you use, and I'd be like, I don't know what the hell happened to rationality.
It went out the window a long time ago.
That's where I get worried about, because I'm like, I heard the example you used, and I'm like, I sort of get it. Like, yeah, I get it. I've had, brothers of another color be around me, and the police harass just me, and or want to knuckle me up real quick. So but I never took that aggression out on the next bystander that was also in a situation that may have not got knocked up. I just never, even though I understood, I already knew why he didn't. But I always looked at it like this too. It ain't his fault. He is what he is either.
That's true.
So I can't be mad at him for not getting his head knocked in just because he is what he is. So I never understood that part of that jealousy or that misplaced anger of taking it out on someone else. I've always understood of taking the anger out on the one
that caused the problem.
Right.
Those are mental deficiencies that people have. Let's call it what it is. A lot of people have mental problems that got underlying mental problems that never been addressed. For one, if this man over here decide he want to put a penis in his mouth,
that has nothing to do with you.
Right. But you're mad at him because he put a penis in his mouth.
But that has nothing to do with you.
Absolutely. So why are you mad that he got a penis in his mouth?
Yeah,
that's the $1 million question right there.
I've never understood.
Why are you mad?
I've never understood it myself. Like, if you don't like it, don't be bothered with it. Like, that's the only part I don't. That's the part I don't get. Like, if you don't deal with it, don't bother with it. What's so hard to? That's the. I do not understand what's so hard. So, for example, I don't like heights. I'm not going to the mountain range. I don't want to go parachuting. And don't get me wrong, and I mean no harm when I say these words, but I'm not gay. I do not want to go to the bar where there's a very well-known gay bar. Like, okay, so if I had a problem with it, why would I go there? It's creating a problem.
Right.
Like, so that's like saying, okay, I'm a black man. I'm pretty sure we could find out where KKK Lodge is at.
But okay. You ain't going there.
Right. So it's like, but why would I want to go there and say, you know what? I feel like I had a right to be here. Or
you do have a right to be there.
Or I'm going to go and tell them I'm angry that you don't like me.
Hey, you know what? You could tell them you angry that you don't like them. You have a right. This is America. You have a right.
Now, my question would be, yeah, you have all the right in the world.
You have
but
all the right.
Smart is that?
That's the $1 million question too.
See, my thing to me is,
and
again, if I'm not, I'm not. I know they don't want me. Or for example, I'm not. I don't want to be around there. So why?
It's different. It's different if you try to move into a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you there. Okay, fine. You don't want me here, but guess what? I like this neighborhood.
Okay, then I can see that. Then yeah.
Okay, but if you having a race meeting where I'm not welcome, you hate everything about me because I was born, not because of what I've done. It's because I took a breath.
I don't want to be there.
I'm not going to be in your presence. You don't have to be in mine.
Exactly. I don't want to. Why do I even want to be there?
In certain situations like that, I don't mind segregation. You do you, I'm going to do.
Exactly. And see, and I'm not saying segregation, but then my thing would be, why would a person be angry at the next person for what they do? Like, okay, if it's not
A violation.
or if it's not interfering with your personal life or a violation of any law of such, then why are you angry just because you disagree with what they believe or what they do or what they want for them? That makes no sense. If you are unhappy by the next person's happiness, then damn it, you miserable.
Right. That's like, you know what I'm saying? We was having this discussion earlier before the show started. You know what I'm saying? You got these blinking LED lights for your bike. Right?
Yeah.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
I said what I said. I'm done.
Yeah, true.
I don't like them. They bother me.
Uh-huh.
If I see them, I'm going to drive past you and keep going.
Exactly.
Problem's over.
Exactly.
But I'm not finna sit behind you. You know your light's bothering me. You know your light's bothering me. You know your light's bothering me. It's getting on my nerves. Just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to a prime example with the Karens in the park.
Oh, God.
When the people was barbecuing, they have a right to barbecue at that spot.
Right. Well,
why is that bothering you?
Well, because we talking about the other Karen where the barbecue smoke was coming over her yard and she called the police because the barbecue smoke, because they couldn't contain the barbecue smoke.
Well, she need to call Herschel Walker and tell them
get some good air,
get some good American air instead of that barbecue air, and send it back to China. Out of here, man. It's just subs. Oh my God, man. My goodness. Some of this stuff, it just.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm. Yeah, living here, and sometimes I gotta be honest with you. Living in America, sometimes just living in this world is like a, huh? That's the only thing you can say, huh?
No, let's call it what it is. You be up there looking at some of these people, whether you black or white or whatever. You be up there like, look at these ninjas here. These ninjas here. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got plenty of white friends.
Yeah, like the insurrection. Yeah, look at these ninjas.
And I got plenty of white friends. And I mean, when I see some people do some dumb stuff, I tap them like, look at this ninja here.
Oh yeah.
And I don't use that word ninja. I don't. I just say what it is. You on some in stuff.
Oh yeah.
For real. And I just straight up tell you like,
off rip. You know how it go. You already know how it is.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you just put your hand on your head and right by that piece right between your eyebrows?
Oh, yeah.
And you just rub them like, I can't believe this.
Yeah,
I just can't believe it.
Just
be like, my goodness. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ, a Latter-day Saints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've sat at a bus stop and have heard things and been like, whoa, you made it out of elementary school thinking like that? Wow. You grown? Scary.
Man, look, welcome to 2023.
Man, whew.
I love y'all. I want y'all to do the best. I want y'all to stay positive, prayed up. If you don't believe in Jesus, believe in God or whatever the case may be, that's fine. I want you to stay safe, stay positive. It's the first of the month. It is what it is. So, it's time to wrap this up. Brother Face.
We out of here. And again, Happy New Year to everybody. And may you enjoy this year as you have enjoyed our voices as long as you have listened to us.
Oh, yeah, real quick. Before we go, I'm just letting you know within the first quarter, hopefully by the end of the first quarter of this year, Brother Face and I will have a book in stores available to talk about everything that we do behind the podcast show, whether the comedy half, the R maybe X-rated comedy half, or the Difference of Opinion show. And I have a new special guest host. He will be joining the show. Miss Michelle is on her way.
Oh, yes.
To join Difference of Opinion show. My co-host, my sister, my homie, my ace in the hole, my boom coon. We go back like throwbacks to 83 wearing the thigh-high shorts.
Sound like an 8-ball jacket.
Nah, what's some glasses that Run DMC used to have with no gleams in it?
The Gazelles.
Go back to Gazelle glasses. Back in the day, that's how far we go back. You know what I'm saying? we was rolling tight when our parents was pushing strollers together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow! So we're gonna welcome a new host to the show. All
yes,
right.
we got a new host. She's coming on her way, and you know what I'm saying. Peace, love, harmony. January 1st, 2023. I'm your host, Mike P,
and I'm Face,
and we out of here. Peace.
Peace.